Hi, it's Tyrone here. Welcome to another market analysis for the week. I'm going to try and move a little bit quicker now. For those that, or the few of you that do watch these videos, you understand that I work mainly on the larger time frames, the chart patterns. This is key to me, is looking at the bigger picture and going for big profit margin. I had a couple of stop outs. I'm going to have a quick look through those very quickly. You can go back yourselves and have a look. I had some trying to short the New Zealand dollar, the pound Aussie, some that I put on last week last minute, dollar Swiss, pound New Zealand, pound CAD. These are cancelled trades. Yeah, so I've had my little losses. I just want to show them to you how this works. I take these little losses, and I'm just going to go through now very quickly the markets that I've analysed. I would look to go long when I get down in this region, by the way, right down here. Market, because we spiked slightly below here and above, I'd expect price to maybe potentially have another bounce from here, but it's a long way away. I'm going to reduce the candles now because this is how I look at the charts. I enlarge them just so you guys can see, I suppose, a bit better. But watch this in HD on a big screen as opposed to the small one. It's better. That gives you better perspective. I'm not going to do nothing with this Aussie Swiss. We're on an uptrend on the Aussie yen. Just need to wait for the weekly to get in sync. Aussie New Zealand, I'm definitely shorting this based on this big range bound pattern. It's almost like a wedge formation, so my target's down here before that lower wedge, and also we've got a level forming here. We just need to take this one out, but because it's a big pattern on the monthly, I'm not overly worried. That's the way I trade, in all honesty. Uptrend, took a long at this area here, which is the extreme of this level. This is kind of a counter trend on the weekly, but I'm trying to catch nice trend line confluence. My logic behind this as well, if this is going to be range bound, if these levels here are going to hold, which is the first rally base drop supply level, then this is going to be a bit of a range bound market. This is going to push deeper, take this level out and push down. It's going to be more of a bigger pattern. But if this level doesn't want to hold, then this should react from the trend line. It should react a bit early from one of these weekly levels. It means that the more buyers are coming in trying to look for better prices using these lower time frames, because this level isn't going to hold, if that makes sense. This is how I look at the logic, the psychology of the market. So this is the area I wanted to buy, and if it stops me out, then I'm not going to get involved. It's in the middle of something. Okay, so this is my low risk, high reward. Now I reckon price could push much higher, but I'd be quite happy for that low risk and that high reward here, and if it does break higher, get involved on a later date. CAD Swiss, range bound market. So from the top here you can see it's big range bound for the last few months, so I'm just shorting, simple as that. I don't care what happens, how many times it bounces here. Now I'm in the market, I'm shorted, and I'm going to leave it some room to breathe and move. CAD yen, bit of a kind of potential measured move there to the upside, but basically uptrend, waiting for the weekly to get in sync. We already started to break on the daily, but there's no level to go long yet, so we've got to wait on that CAD yen, but it's getting interesting. More room up on this Euro Aussie. So what I've done is, this is range bound, as you can see by the bounces on the bottom here. I've got a short at the very extreme. I wouldn't be looking to go long. There is room, but I wouldn't be looking to get involved in that now. Euro CAD, too messy, not even going to look at that. Euro Swiss, there is room to move up, but we've not closed above on the weekly. The weekly levels are not great. We're basically basing here. I'm not interested, not really interested, I'll be honest. Euro Pound, this is a weekly range, based on this monthly uptrend touching this trend line. So I'm only going long at the moment until price breaks this, where I'm pretty much where I'm buying. Then it tells me price is probably going to drop, or some other pattern's going to form. So if we break this, fine, at least I know I'm buying in the right area. If it doesn't break, that's what I'm saying. This is where the potential profit margin, but I'm going to go for the weekly one. There is a potential for a monthly one. Rally, base rally, flag, and a strong move. Because of this amount of candles in this flag, I don't expect this to move up the same way it has done here. It might dwindle out over time. It's just so much in that flag. So I'm getting out my target around about here on that weekly. Euro yen, a little bit of a range here. If anything, I'll only be looking to go long, but I don't like the way this range is formed, so I'm not trading that. Euro dollar. Oh, this is interesting. Monthly's up, the weekly's now in an uptrend. Just waiting for a daily level to be taken out here, and the trend line. Then I'll be getting on board that with a pullback to a daily, weekly, daily 240 or even 60-minute demand level. Pound Aussie. I was trading the range, got stopped out, close above. My buyers is now looking for the breakout. Doesn't mean it's going to work. Could be a fake out and a reversal, so targets could still be down here, or targets up here, but the right area to look for trading opportunities. I've got this level here, so if it's going to go long, looking to take out this trend line, and we may have a daily level of demand forming as we speak here. So if we do sort of close above here, then I'm going to start to look for maybe 60-minute 240 levels in here, maybe worth a pop. That is the 240-minute. The daily hasn't shown anything. I'm looking at the wrong one here, but this is an early warning still. This 240. I want to see what time it is now. Yeah, nice level down here, but it's already reacted, so I want to see it break and push up higher and give me some levels. Pound CAD. This is a range bound market. Could be rolling over now. There's no close above on the weekly here. There is daily demand levels getting ready to form, but we haven't taken this trend line out. Having said that, if this is going to be range bound market and we're quite early in the month, this may push a bit higher up here before it starts to short. So I'm just going to leave that alone for the moment. Pound Swiss, going long at the moment. Just want to see if we can get above this level here. Daily close would be nice. That would be a first sign. A weekly close would be nice. Get me in line for this target. Pound yen. Could be breaking this little pennant now. Close above. Having said that, we want to really push a little bit higher. Targets could be up here. Big picture. Strong move up and down. It's just like, you know, potential to reach up here, but it could be very scrappy based on this potential move at the moment. That is happening. It is like a channel. So am I trading this? No, not really. Don't like it. Not for a big picture target. Pound New Zealand. There is room still up. Monthly's uptrend, weekly's uptrend. We've got this daily level down here. Very big level though. I'd rather see if we start to break this 240-minute trend line. Then we're in sync with we've got all 4 time frames in sync. The daily, the weekly, the monthly, and then this little 240 or even a 60-minute. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. I might have to put a trade on this week. Pound dollar, big monthly trend line, a weekly uptrend. We're in the middle here. This is a range. This is my prediction of a range bound market for a little bit. I don't know where it's going to go. I'm not happy to trade this at this point. Definitely want to buy down here based on this monthly range. Simple as that. So no explanation on that. I'm just going to buy down there. Don't care what happens on the daily or the weekly. Same on the New Zealand dollar, telling me to buy down there. Dollar CAD, I've already got out of a trade on here with a profit. Not trading that at the moment. Dollar Swiss, room to push higher. Although it could be rolling over, but room to push higher, bouncing from these weekly demands. Dollar yen. Now, this is a funny one. I'm going to explain this. We've closed above this. This isn't. I'd class this more of a range bound like this, but we have closed above that pattern here of a pennant. I'm going to get rid of this, but we've had a reaction like this. But if this is going to push higher, if this is already breaking that flag kind of formation like this, that we've had, and we're closing, as you can see here above. So I'm going to keep both these lines in now, all these 3 lines. Then this is where the buyers are going to come in on the smaller time frames. Now we've taken out this weekly level here. This looks like it's rolling over, but because we've taken this out, I'm going to class this as a range bound market from this area until price tells me otherwise. And if it is going to be a range bound market, it's going to hold at this level. I think it's going to attack this area and continue pushing higher. So this is the opportunity area. Daily has also shown that we've broken a trend line, so I'm looking at a pullback. If it come down here, if it does reach these lows, I'll be happy to get in for a big target above here. That is my logic in that. Alright, this dollar Singapore dollar, big pattern here. I'm just going to buy low. I'm hoping that we'll take this a bit of a fake out, take this low out. I've got my stop below here. If we get stopped out, then there's bigger forces at work. I'll be quite happy just to get out of that. But there we go, 2 targets, one on the weekly based on the range, one on the monthly range up here. And that is it, guys. That is my overall big picture analysis over the next few weeks, and anything that happens in the meanwhile, if I can get a video up to show any trades I put on, I will do. But that's it. Safe trading. Thanks for watching.